two, three, four. 400,000 subscribers. To everybody who has been here with this channel from the day one, and if you are just new, thank you very much from Eat Read Loving. I am very, very excited for all the new things that we are bringing up. So I will see you guys again. Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing. I'm just excited until we reach another 100,000 for 500,000, 500,000 soon. Bye, guys. Hi everyone, welcome to your monthly horoscope with Dr. Pai. Just to give you guys an idea on how we do the prediction. First things first, it's a general prediction. Your own dasha, Mahadasha, Antardasha has to be considered first before any kind of general prediction. So that's always the starting point. And then, of course, just also as transit, there are point systems. There's a lot of things, Ashtak Varga, that you have to look for and how transit can affect you. But this is a general prediction, so just, take it lightly. We try our best, as accurate as possible, where the planets are going to be affecting us on a general level. And also, we do practice Vedic sidereal Indian astrology, just to clear things. We do not practice tropic astrology. So without further ado, let's start your reading. All right, Scorpios, so let's start your monthly horoscope, and we have Dr. Pai. Take it away, Dr. Pai.
Namaste, everybody, and thank you, Sal, for having me for this monthly horoscope. We're doing Scorpio Ascendant and Moon for the month of March 2020. Scorpions, what a month it's going to be, because you have Mars, your Ascendant Lord, in the second house with a powerful Jupiter there with Ketu. What does it translate for you? Of course, what I see is um, in terms of money, I think this is a great time for you to conserve money, save money. You're looking for many months to do that, but this is a very good time for you to do that. You know. Also, what I want to say is, in terms of your Venus coming there, your seventh house Lord, maybe you really need to focus on your relationships. I think you've been working too hard. When I saw Mars was in your ascendant, Mars can make you work and slog because it's your sixth house Lord as well for Scorpions, so which means a lot of hard work. Now, you have been working very hard, but you're not been paying too much of attention to your relationships. Maybe this is coming to a point, like they say, it's the last straw which broke the camel's back. Maybe you're waiting for another event to happen where your relationship will be in some sort of a trouble in case you're not paying attention to relationships because of your hard work. So all I want to say to people is, because Venus will be transiting, your seventh house Lord will be transiting into sixth house, and sixth house is not a favorable house for Venus to transit in because it gets debilitated in Virgo in the natural sixth house.
Yes.
So, what I want to say to you people is, do pay attention to your spouses and your partners, because they are seeking your attention. And it's going to help you, because don't feel that it's going to be a bad timing. It's going to just be brilliant because Jupiter will be aspecting this Venus as well, which is your seventh house Lord. So make that attempt to go out for candlelight dinners, or take go out for doing some activities together, because when Venus is in the sixth house, the best thing to do is to spend more time together doing activities together. If you want to go for hiking, you want to go skiing, or you want to go anything that you can do together. You want to go bowling, this is the best time to really do activities together. Okay, Scorpions. Next, you have Sun, which is your 10th house Lord, going into the fourth house. Now, fourth house is a house which in Vedic astrology we call it associated with expansion also, because it's your peace of mind that you're looking for. Okay, so this is a great time for you, because Mercury is also there, eighth house of transformation, but 11th house of gains, and fourth house is the house, what I want to say to you people is you want to really clear out which in Vedic astrology we call the fourth house as Shuddhi. Shuddhi means cleansing, purification. When sun comes into your fourth house, that's a time that you really need to focus on home matters, getting them purified, like putting some aromatherapy, getting more sunlight, maybe having, if you have, get rid of your curtains, get more natural sunlight coming inside your home, because sun will really brighten your home and bring fresh energy. And Mercury will also bring that energy because it's also 11th house. So you're basically inviting wealth to come inside your house if you can do that. It's a 10th house. So you might be having opportunities to spend more time at home and working from your home during this month, at least till Sun transits out of the fourth house. Sun will be transiting around 13th of March. So till about 13th of March, you'll have plenty of opportunities to spend more time at home and maybe work from home. Post that, what I see for all the Scorpions, the area that you have been looking for, for a long time, which is your fifth house. Fifth house, we say, is also for starting your mantra sadhana or doing something. So wherever sun goes, he just illuminates, he brightens that house. So children, romanticism, all of these areas will definitely come up very prominently. But now for Librans, Scorpions, what I want to say, Mercury, your 11th house lord, is a retrograde till about the 10th of this month. So, which means that you really need to pay attention to your expenses,
Yes.
because your earnings are not going to be all that great. So you might be not bringing too much of money back home, or your takeaway is not very great because your expenditure is also going to be high. With Venus being the 12th house lord of expenditure for you, in transiting into the sixth house, so you will see maybe spending something for on hospital bills for somebody you care for at home or something, might be showing up in your chart. And Saturn, finally, I want to say Saturn is going to be transiting the third house for you people. So this is a time period then I would say is to go for a jog, because Saturn says third house is all about short travels, which means you go for a jog or go for a walk. And Saturn, whenever it comes to the third house, it's so very appropriate that you start your regime again about going on the treadmill, doing all of those activities, because Saturn for all the Scorpions will also be aspecting your fifth house lord, fifth house, and your ninth house, so, and your 12th house of sleep. So this is something that I want to say. Walking will help you to sleep better. Walking, running, jogging, and all of these things. Do some activities outdoors, not indoors. I'm saying.
That's perfect. Dr. Pai, when you mentioned expenses also, if you see it, because Mars is also sitting in their second house in their savings. And then Mercury retrograde from their, which is their 11th house lord, which is their earnings again. And then Venus also is, in sixth house sitting in debt. So there can be expenses coming out from the family at the same time. It can be the father being involved. And it can also be from a younger person or grandparents or uncles even in family. Now, Dr. Pai, since Jupiter right now is in its own sign, of course, the environment of the Scorpions are really becoming bigger. How do you what can you see if we're just focusing on Jupiter on second house for the Scorpio, Dr. Pai?
Oh, this is a great time, in fact, for all the Scorpions, because Jupiter in the second house, it's also the fifth house Lord. And fifth house is all about Puro Punya, which means the past life merit. And whenever it comes with Ketu, it's just going to amplify your past life merit. It's just going to, enhance. And those activities that you have always been doing in the past, Ketu and Jupiter, whenever they come together, it shows activation of the good deeds that you have done in the past, which means all the sattvic in Vedic astrology, we call it sattvic. Sattvic means the righteous and purity and grace. Whatever graceful things that you've done in the past, they're going to come and bless you. So this is a brilliant time whenever Jupiter and Mars is also going to come, because it's your a lot of your ascendant. So you might be spending a lot of time with family, I would say, with children, because Jupiter is a karaka for children. Maybe spending time or going to a getaway, like going to a theme park, might be something, like Disneyland or Legoland or something. Go someplace where you can take your children. That might be very, very, or even to, because Ketu is involved, it can also mean it's a natural ninth house, taking your family to nature, like a natural nature reserve, or also to any religious or spiritual places or vortexes, which I would say portals which are opened up. So these are great times for Scorpions
For that,
for
for
this.
Jupiter in their second house. That's perfect. Now, Dr. Pai, with because there's still a period where Sun and Mercury together in their fourth house in Aquarius. Mercury retrograde, yes, but how does it? What do you see if Sun and Mercury in the house of comfort, in their mind, in their also the part where they find themselves, because Scorpions love just to hide themselves. They're very they like their comfort from their home. So is there any changes that will happen because Sun is there and it's a Saturn ruled a house?
See, one thing I can tell you with the Scorpions at this period, because Rahu is in the eighth house, and with Sun and Mercury there, I also say that you might be reading, silently. You might be watching these videos because your parents don't want to know if you're, or you don't want your friends to know that you are following, astrology, or you're doing tarot, or you're reading all of these. So there might be some clandestine way, because on the outer front you're trying to show that you are pretty rational, but deep inside you have an inclination to go and study these systems or learn about them, or you watch them, because Rahu is in the eighth house. Sudden awakening or interest that you never probably had, but you suddenly wanted to learn more about tarot, occult sciences and divination sciences, a sudden boost. You would see that because Jupiter is also aspecting that, and reading books, because Mercury in the fourth house is like you're going and hiding, and you're maybe watching some videos on your iPad, or you're watching some, so something to do with divination sciences and occult and mysticism is for sure.
I see. No, it's perfect because they're the natural eighth, and eighth from them, Rahu is sitting there. So and research is also the eighth house. So there's gonna be a lot of like what you've mentioned, studying of can be psychology or things about matters of our subconscious at the same time. So there's gonna be a lot of information that Scorpios can dive into because Rahu is thirsty for it right now. It wants to study. It wants to absorb all this occult knowledge, which is very beneficial for Scorpios. Now, just the last one, Dr. Pai, with you mentioned Venus from exalted to the fifth house, and then it goes to the sixth house. Is there anything that they have to be concerned with regards to their emotional well-being, how they express themselves? Because I'm pretty sure they had such a wonderful experience when Jupiter is in their second, Venus is in their fifth, and then now it went to Gandanta, it went to a sixth house, and Venus does not like the sixth house that much.
Yeah, that's true. Sal, around the first week of the month, I feel it's going to be very intense. The first and the second and the third of March is going to be quite intense in terms of when it comes to relationship, because it's also the seventh house lord. It's also about your business partnerships, and how have you been perceived in the environment outside, because that's the key that I want to say. But also for all the Scorpions, you know, uh, Venus is also your 12th house lord.
Yes.
12th house is the cure, the medicine. Okay. And sixth house is all the ailment you have. So somewhere, if you have been ailing, and especially I'm seeing something related to your lower back or to your legs, then there might be some healing, which means you might be getting a therapy done, like a acupuncture or acupressure, or going for a massage or physiotherapy might really help you. So because I'm saying 12th house Lord coming to 6th house, is you're getting the cure for some long-term illnesses.
The 12th.
Not long, it could be something which is chronic, but
Yes.
when
There
you
is
get
things building
something,
up.
This is the time for them to resolve it. Okay. So, Scorpios, I feel like, for you guys for this month, it's smooth sailing, it's very stable, not much big changes, which is good because you guys always keep changing. Okay, because you're in the eighth house. So, smooth sail for March, okay? And if you guys need anything from Dr. Pai, all his information is going to be in the description box below. We do this every month. So make sure you hit like and subscribe and continue sharing, and we'll see you guys again next month. Bye, Scorpios!